Hi guys, it's Finn, the most epic member of the Movie Fanatics. Today I'm joined with Brannick, Brayden, and Michael. With that, let's hop right in. First of all, what's everyone's drink of choice? Today I've got, you can't see it because I'm holding a cup that I got from Jimmy John's one time, but I got myself, what's it called? What's it called? Oh, it's a Canada Dry.
It's funny that funny that you have yours in a Jimmy John's cup because I have a Diet Coke in a McDonald's cup. Unnamed brand. You can't see it. We're not sponsored.
Yeah, no, we're not sponsored.
Forget I said Jimmy John's.
This is Sprite. This is the brand Sprite. I'm drinking a Sprite. We are not sponsored.
Copyright claims, Brannick. Come on.
I'm drinking a G Fuel,
It's
as
not
you
how
can
that works.
clearly see.
All right. So what do we
We're already
normally
gonna
start
get
out
killed
with?
by
I want to
Adidas.
say we normally start out with movie news, I believe. Right?
Yeah. Brayden, you got any movie news?
Right?
This kind of falls under both. Movie news. Nothing new in the world of like production of movies. I don't think, but I did see the new Bond film, a few hours ago actually, and I really enjoyed it. It was really good. A review will be up the day after we film this, so Sunday. So look out for that. If you've not seen the movie, don't watch my review because it will contain spoilers. But yeah, other than that, I don't really have any other like actual news in my movies. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. I realized we did just skip over personal news. So does anyone have any personal news?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Today I had my friend over and we made a project that we have to work on for math, and it looked pretty good. But I'm really hoping none of the kids in my math class see this video before math on Tuesday. But on the package, because we had to create like a game on the package, we put a QR code, and it is actually a Rickroll. So we're gonna Rickroll the entire 7th grade, and we're very excited.
I'm glad to hear that. What did I say? Oh yeah, I watched like Dear Evan Hansen recently, and I think a lot of the hate towards it is uncalled for. It's not like the perfect movie, but like it's pretty good. I enjoyed it.
I completely agree with that. I think the main amount of hate came from Ben Platt's CGI face, and that was really my only problem with the movie, and it didn't affect the movie at all, or really too much for me.
I mean, I haven't seen the movie, but even I noticed in the trailer, and I looked up the cast. I was like, "What's up with his face?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, is he going on 40?
I don't know how old he is. He can't be. He's not that old.
He's not that old. But
Maybe
he's
he is.
supposed to be. He's supposed to be in high school. And all the other people like are like closer to that age. So like they were like,
I mean, even
yes,
in the trailer, I mean, even in that is which all I've seen of the movie is that trailer. I was like, he looks so much older than like everyone else around him.
Yeah.
I don't think it takes away from the movie too much.
It doesn't take away from the movie, but it's I noticed it at like the first like 2 minutes, and then it just kind of like I just kind of accepted it.
Yeah.
And not that I don't want to see the movie. It's a movie that I don't need to see in a theater. It's not like a theater experience movie. It's a movie I'll probably watch on like streaming, and that's not like a slight against the movie. It's just, it's not like a must see in the theater experience.
I will say I watched it's not a must see in the theater, but I watched it in theater, and it was like it's a fun experience. The surround sound is nice.
The surround sound is nice. Sincerely Me was better in the movie than it is on stage.
No.
I will say I don't know if the music itself is better, but it's just like in music video form, it's a lot more fun than them just kind of like dancing around a bedroom on stage.
Yeah.
Or like
the song
in the movie. Yeah, it sounds better like on stage, but like in the movie, it's just more fun to watch them like go around town and do all that stuff. So I don't know. I personally like the movie version of it more. Not like I like the movie video of it more, but I like the like Broadway recording,
Yeah, same. I agree with
if that makes any sense.
Oh yeah, Brennick, you got any personal news?
Movie recording is bad. Oh, the personal news. No.
All right.
Really.
Sounds good.
Well, the next
Let's get
segment.
into
I
it.
live a very boring existence.
The next segment is trivia. So
Oh wait, really quick. Sorry, Brennick, how's your new puppy doing? Brennick just got a new puppy for all those who are curious.
For all those who are curious, I got a new puppy, and yeah, she's great. We haven't named her yet, so we're considering the name Charlotte or Gun, whichever one comes
What
first.
about Mr. Bullet?
Or
It's a pretty
Snake.
good one. It is a girl,
Snake.
but I think we can make it Snake, like the Google game.
Yes.
Norm of the
Like
North.
character from.
Or Norm of the
You
North.
should name her
I
Norm.
got you. Yeah, Norm of the North.
What's the like young girl in Norm of the North's name? You should take
I
that.
think Norm of the North works. We don't need to
Yeah.
change.
Yeah, exactly. We don't need to overcomplicate things. And you expect any of us to know the name of the girl from Norm of the North?
I didn't even know there was a
biggest
girl.
flaw.
I've seen the movie and I didn't even know. Like,
Yeah,
Like,
I
it's
haven't
been
seen
a
the movie in
long-
a while.
yeah, I
Guys,
haven't seen it in a long
guys,
time.
Us four have got to get together and watch Norm of the North.
No,
We should.
the other movie.
Like I said, oh yeah, I forgot to. So, if I'll make a deal with everyone, if we can get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, the four of us will get together and watch the Norm of the North. How many movies?
We have 2
All-
months, guys.
You have
Yeah.
2 months
2
to get
months.
to 1,000
Everybody,
subscribers.
We have
everybody
2
subscribe.
months.
Send our channel to your friends. We
What,
need
and
to watch Norm of
what's
the North.
sad about that is that I looked it up on Amazon. They're all available on Blu-ray, so we can watch them in HD and
We will watch-
1080p.
We will watch
Okay.
all 4 Norm of the North movies.
Should we make it
and
a
it
little
took
bit more
us-
realistic? If we get to 300 before the end of the year, we watch all
you know
the
what? We'll
No.
do that. If we get to 300 by the end of the year,
1,000. No, 1,000.
No, I'll say- okay,
That
we'll
is
make
the
it- we'll
terms
make-
and conditions.
we'll
We'll make
say
it different today.
300. We'll watch the first one. 1,000. We'll watch all 4 of them, and we'll do a
All 4 of
review.
them.
And plus
It took
I will
us a
buy
year and
them.
a half
I will
to hit 100
buy
subscribers.
them. I will buy
Yeah, but
all of
Brennick-
them on Blu-ray.
Brennick,
I
Took us
will
a year
keep
and a
my
half.
word. I will keep
Brennick,
my
we
word
didn't
on
we didn't
that.
have this podcast a year and a half ago, Brennick.
Exactly.
It took us
The
a
first-
year and a half to hit 100. If we can multiply our current subscriber count by 3 or 10 by the end of the year, I will watch any film you want. That's not.
And I
Okay.
will buy them
Brandon
all
will
on
watch
Norm of the
any
Blu-ray.
and all the films that you write that you want him to watch.
How about this? If we get to 1,000 before
Man, we
the
watch
end of the
Sailor.
year, we will
Slowly
create
getting
Norm
lower.
of the we will create Norm of the North 5, but us 4
Hmm.
are the only people
That's-
who are
No.
there.
That's a big
No.
claim. We
Yeah.
can't
No,
necessarily do
no.
that.
It has to be live action and it has to be really, really
Let's
bad.
not do that.
No, it'll be great. I'll
I
do
mean,
it
we
should
alone.
though.
I am wearing a
But I will
perfectly
keep
themed onesie.
my word. I will keep my word.
that's the
I will
Antarctic.
buy them all on Blu-ray. I will keep
Okay,
my
we
word.
gotta
about
get to
that.
300,
Do
guys.
it.
Come
You
on,
won't.
subscribe.
300. We'll watch the
Watch
first
me.
one. 1,000.
Watch
We'll
me.
watch all of them.
We believe in you.
5,000. I will make the fan film.
The fan film.
Deal.
Yeah, 5,000. But that's by the end of the year. Yeah, no past that.
Okay.
Exactly. When it hits January 1st, 2022, we are going to do that. Promise is now null and void. We will.
Yeah,
And
Okay,
just and speaking of January, a quick not joke, but if you watch this channel for all of the time that we've existed, I mean, I think it was our last video of 2020. Brannick said we'll be back early January. And Brannick, when were we back? When were we back?
I was back on February the 12th, 15th. It was mid-February. I don't
Wow,
think I remember the
Rick,
exact date.
Wow.
Wow. Me and Finn weren't even part of the channel by that point.
And plus, I
And we'll do it
promised
again.
a Skyfall review, and I put up a poll on Instagram. I never did that either, so.
Well,
All right. Next segment.
got time.
So the next segment is trivia. So
Thank you, personal.
I picked out 3 trivia questions because last time we picked out 0 trivia questions. So I thought it'd be better to be prepared this time.
You're just kind of like trivia.
Yeah, this time I went with a theme. And remember, don't answer it until later after we do the main topic.
Mhm.
So the theme was superhero trivia. First question. Daredevil is a superhero with what physical challenge? Second question. Who killed Batman's parents? Thomas and Martha Wayne. That's his parents. Third question. Which villain was elected president of the United States? So we'll answer those once we get to that point. But anyways,
Michael has told me the answers to all of these, and yet I still forget the last two.
yep.
Millard Fillmore is the answer to number 3.
Millard Fillmore
is the 13th president of the United States. Anyways, what's the main topic that we're doing this week, Brannick?
Oh.
Eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Brannick, come on.
Yeah, Brannick,
Be ready.
come on.
Be prepared.
Come on, Brannick.
Sora was announced for Smash
Oh,
Brothers
yeah!
Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch Entertainment System.
I thought it should be Norm of the North, but
Yeah,
Or
we all
Snake.
talked about it, and we agreed that it should be Norm of the North, but it ended up being
Snake.
Can I say something?
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Technically.
Saying that we talked about it, I think we should fill our viewers in. So
Yeah, we probably should.
let me do it. So if
Let's
you're
let Brandon do
wondering
it.
why there wasn't an episode last week, we filmed one,
It was there.
and I think it went wonderfully.
It was a pretty good episode,
Yeah,
It was a
good
banger.
episode.
but
But something happened with the footage. It didn't save correctly to Michael's drive,
Michael.
and we lost the footage. So
yeah.
some of the stuff that we might talk about is reused.
I will
yeah,
promise you, I will tell you right now that I made the same Millard Fillmore joke last week. So
Yeah.
for all
Yeah,
of
that's-
those,
also we made a
And
couple of
the
the
trivia joke.
I did it twice.
The
just
trivia,
saying.
yeah, I asked the trivia questions last time.
You're all
and that's
frozen.
why that's why
wacky.
they all know the answers. Well,
That is
apparently
true.
not, but that's why they all should know the answers.
We
Because
should.
normally we do it where like someone will find the trivia questions, and then we all play, and then everyone that didn't find them plays along and answers it in the end with everyone. But this week we just reused the ones from last week, so they should already.
Guys, this ginger ale is really giving me like too much energy.
That is
Huh.
unhealthy.
Okay.
But anyways, so yeah, and
ginger ale.
last time we talked about our predictions for who the final Smash character would be, and this
And
time,
we settled. And
yeah, we settled on Norm of the North.
And Snake.
Not
Yeah.
Snake, like not
Yeah,
like
not the video-
like Google
No.
Snake.
Google
Yeah.
Snake.
The one that eats
Yes.
apples and can't hit itself.
Yeah, that one like when you're sitting in class and you hear the freaking sound effects of him eating the apples.
Yeah.
And then you just
that
hear like
one.
an oh shoot from the corner of the room.
Exactly, and then it slowly gets quieter as they turn the volume down on their freaking laptop.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's
gosh.
Snake.
Guys,
That one.
in my class, my teacher, I love him. He let us all play Minecraft in class the other day as like learning. But we literally he pulled out computers and taught us how to set up Minecraft, and then we like played Minecraft. He built a medieval village for us to play in. Like it was awesome. But
Where
That's
does he have
cool.
time to build a medieval
I don't know.
village in Minecraft?
First of all, how does he know how to play Minecraft? He's
Like
like,
he finds 17 computers.
oh, there are 32 kids in our class. But anyways, the other day,
What?
we just hear something in the background. He walks over, and we'll call the kid James. So he walks over and is like, James, what are you doing? James proceeds to walk up to the front of the classroom and show us how far he made it in Sonic the Hedgehog.
Thank you, James.
And shoot, I'm not gonna say the guy's name, but our teacher was like, thank you, James. That was very impressive.
James is a
And
For the
legend.
sake of the teacher's
James is a
privacy, we'll call the
legend.
teacher Mr. James as the teacher.
Mr. James. Okay.
Mr.
Anyway,
James told James that he did good.
Mr. James.
Yeah,
told
exactly.
Good job, James.
Good job on beating James the Hedgehog.
Okay,
Anyway.
let's continue.
Anyways, what were we talking? Oh yeah, movie. Oh wait, no, Super Smash Brothers, and the final character, the final DLC character was announced, and that is Sora from Kingdom Hearts, and that's an interesting choice.
Okay, wait. So here's the thing. I was watching. I've seen too many YouTube videos on why Sora was the pick, and one of the main things that came up a lot. One of my favorite creators. Can I say his name? If I give him credit for this, yeah. So he's pretty big on YouTube, but he's one of my favorite people. And his channel is called Beat 'em Ups, but like I love him. He's great. But he was.
Oh, I know Beat 'em Ups.
Yeah, he's awesome.
What guy?
My guy. Welcome back to Waffle House. But shoot, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the reason they chose Sora is because Kingdom Hearts is not only really big here, but it's also really big in Japan, where Super Smash Bros. Is super big. So like, if they had done like Master Chief last week, we talked about Master Chief, just but if they had done Master Chief, in Japan, Master Chief is nowhere. But like that was really popular in the U.S. So like, it wouldn't have like fit. And Sora's a big character in Japan, and Sora's still a pretty like decently sized character in the U.S. And then Smash Bros is all about like taking like all the like Mario characters and like kind of bringing them together. And like Kingdom Hearts is about taking all the Disney characters and like bringing them together. So it kind of is like symbolic of that.
It's funny though because Nintendo cannot use any of the Disney characters. I bet.
That's true.
Nope.
Except Sora.
Except Sora. They must have been like a.
Sora's not a Disney character. He's in a video game that features Disney characters.
That's true, bro. They should give Sora his own Disney movie.
The lines are blurred.
But also though, I think I've seen somewhere that like I think originally for the 3DS copy of Super Smash Bros, they did like a poll for who they want to add to the game, and I'm pretty sure Sora was like the number one option on that poll.
That's true.
I'm pretty sure Mr. Sakurai found that in his Photoshop folder. But if he thinks so.
I don't know. I've just seen that somewhere.
But I guess that was the. Yeah, no, that's what it was. No, that's what he said in his like little presentation thing for Nintendo. He said like for Smash 4 they did a poll, and then
oh my gosh, Sakurai would look so happy when he was announcing Sora. He was like he got so happy.
He's such a. I love Sakurai.
He's
probably happy to be done. Isn't he quit? Isn't he like leaving the franchise?
Is he leaving?
I think he might not be. I feel like I've seen like all over the internet that he is leaving. Because like,
wait, okay, this might be me being super dumb. So don't get mad at me if I'm saying this wrong. But isn't Ultimate the last Smash Bros. Game?
I don't know. I think technically the last one.
What the word Ultimate means.
Well.
I don't know.
The one that Sora was just announced on.
Cutting in, and tying this into movies. Actually, they do this a lot there too. One of the prime examples is the Friday the 13th movies. Part 4 is called the final chapter. It's not the final chapter, but they do that a lot in movies where they say it's the final something, and it never is. And I think that's interesting because I think it's final countdown. And I think it's really interesting because it's tied into like games apparently now as well, which it's very interesting how those two things like merge sometimes. And yeah, when you see something, it's like the final something or the ultimate something. There's probably going to be another game or movie or whatever.
But if Sakurai's leaving, then this might actually be the ultimate Smash game. I know you brought like when they say that because like I think I don't know, it was one of the Halo games. It might have been 3. Like the tagline of the game was "Finish the fight," and then they made like 18 other games.
Yeah.
So
Switch developer.
I looked it up, and there are two different. I saw two different things. One of them said that he is like leaving. Another one though said that he's not. He's like staying in the gaming industry. So I don't know what that means. So really, I could be right or I could be wrong.
Maybe he's staying in the gaming industry, but maybe he's like leaving Smash.
That's also a possibility.
That is likely, depending, like based on those two sources. Well, that's sad. I like Sakurai.
Yeah.
Sakurai, we love you.
Cool boy.
There's still a possibility that he's staying though. I could just be wrong. But
yeah.
Speaking of Nintendo though, The Mario movie got announced.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
interesting. And the cast is something
It
else.
sure did.
It
It's
is.
another
Cast
thing
is a
that
thing.
we talked about last time, and the footage is lost.
Thank you,
And
Brady.
that's another part of the footage that is no longer with us.
Yeah, rest
This is
in
a
Nice.
peace.
regurgitated conversation.
It
Actually,
is.
that part might, because the first half of the footage didn't get lost, but the second half is gone.
It's
So
because Zoom kicked us off our own meeting.
yeah, we record on Zoom.
That's how
by
the
the
time
way.
limit works.
Yeah, there is like a 40-minute limit, and
Not
we refuse.
sponsored.
We refuse to
Not
pay for.
sponsored.
We refuse to pay for more. So
Okay, so I have the Mario movie cast pulled up, and it gives like a lot. This is a better source than we used last time. It even has a picture of the actors to go along with it, so I don't have to look up a separate picture.
Whoa.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
Really appreciate that entertainment. What is that?
what could the second word be?
Entertainment Weekly.
Whoa.
Weekly. No
Who would
way.
have guessed? They're back again after the last week.
Okay.
But Chris Pratt is playing Mario. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Chris. Sweet Chris.
Chris
I love
Pratt
that guy.
is.
However,
I enjoy him. Like I enjoy his work. I don't know if he'd be a good Mario.
Yeah, I don't. That's
no,
what I think.
he
That's
won't be.
But then
it's gonna go one of two ways. He's gonna do his normal voice, which is gonna sound weird and
He's
bad,
not.
or he's gonna try a Mario voice and it's gonna sound weird and bad.
He's gonna try
I
a
think
Mario voice and it's gonna sound
The
weird
only
and bad.
actor, yeah, I think the only actor that's gonna really rock it is Jack Black because it's
Yeah.
Jack Black.
yeah,
and
Jack Black is Bowser.
Throw
That's
him
perfect.
into any movie, and he works as hard as he can work. Like
Yeah.
he always is awesome in any of his movies.
I also have high hopes for Seth Rogen because
Yeah.
No. That's the worst
I
of
think no. I think Keegan Michael Key as Toad is the worst decision.
all. That is the second
Definitely.
worst.
yeah.
I think it'll be funny because that's
I feel
another
like-
one that goes with the Chris Pratt thing, where either he's going to do his normal voice and it'll sound weird, or he's going to try a Toad voice and it'll sound way weirder.
That's a really big problem with this cast as a whole is that a lot of the characters have very distinct voices, except for like Peach, which is why Anya Taylor-Joy is like, that's fine. But like Donkey Kong makes monkey sounds and Mario has a funny voice and Toad talks like he smoked too much and never hit puberty. But like they all have their own like voices and then they're just gonna sound like Chris Pratt. What's that?
On the descriptions of like each character, I want that to be their description of Toad.
Smokes too much,
Smokey
never hit puberty.
Okay, but in all seriousness, this is gonna be a live action or an animated movie?
This is animated. If this was live
Animated?
action, that'd be weird.
Okay,
If this
but
was live action, I
if-
would see it with you
if
guys.
it's animated,
There was a live action Mario movie, actually.
Yes, there
Oh my
was.
God,
I remember
93.
it wasn't very good.
curious.
Never
Yeah,
I'm
forget
curious to
93.
see. I'm curious to see since it's animated. Well, there's two things. One, what plot are they gonna do? I'm very interested in that. And two, how are they gonna go and show like levels of a game? I think it's gonna be kind of jarring because obviously Mario's gonna have to go through these various levels, and they're obviously gonna make it look like the other Mario games to make fans happy. I'm just interested to see how it's all gonna be put into one thing that makes sense.
What I feel like they could
I
do
don't
is
think-
they take
Yeah, exactly.
what I feel like they're probably a good thing they'll do is like make their own story because like Donkey Kong needs to be in there with Bowser, who needs to be in there with Toad. Like they all need to come together. So either they could make their own story where it's like Peach gets kidnapped, but then Mario and Luigi team up and they go to Donkey Kong, and then they all team up to fight Bowser, and they just like kind of create their own story there, or they'll take like something like Odyssey and then just change it a bit.
I don't think they can
Hmm.
I don't think they can go with like the game route. I think they have to create like an entirely different plot because the game,
I know
if you
exactly
if you
what
think
the plot's
about
gonna
it, it barely features Peach, Bowser, and then like any characters other than Mario and Luigi.
Yeah, it barely
Like-
features Bowser, and you're gonna need a lot of Jack Black in order to make this movie not bad.
Yeah,
Yes.
from what unless I could be wrong because I don't know the other actors that well, but I'm pretty sure Jack Black and Chris Pratt are like the only two actors there that like have experience with voice acting.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
believe
Yeah.
so.
Because
Yeah.
like I know Jack Black,
Jack
he's done
Black's a
like Kung
legend.
Fu Panda and other movies.
Hmm.
What I'm seeing what
Uh,
Seth Rogen has done.
Chris Pratt, he was in like the Lego Movie and stuff, and like Onward. He's
He
done
was
a
really
good
good
amount.
in that.
Yeah, he
And-
was.
He's a really
And
good voice
Jurassic
actor.
World, of course.
But we're
I
talking
mean,
about like
Seth-
Voice
anime.
acting, but yeah.
We're talking.
Seth-
Yeah, that wasn't
Seth-
voice acted.
Yeah. I
Actually,
know, but
Seth
yeah.
Rogen has done quite a bit. He's done Kung Fu Panda 1. He's done Kung Fu Panda 2 and 3, Shrek 3, Horton Hears a Who, Monsters vs. Aliens, Lion King live action, and
Oh.
every.
Huh.
You know, I'm not going to say the other one on this podcast, but like if you want to figure it out, you can look it up.
He was in that dumpster fire of a movie that was the Lion King 2019 live action remake.
Pretty painful.
Wow.
But yeah, I think like what they're going. I can tell you the plot of this movie right now. Bowser
Okay, hit me.
kidnaps Peach. They go through the world. Then they meet Donkey Kong along the way. Then either he stays or he goes. Considering the fact they're getting Seth Rogen, he's probably stick
Should I
around.
stay or
It's
should
all,
I go?
It's all going to be intercut with scenes of Bowser and Peach making. Bowser's going to be making jokes in this castle, and Peach is like, "Let me out of here," and Bowser's like, "No, no, no, not so fast, princess." But it's Jack Black who says that. But like, I feel like it's going to be that because that's
And then
the
Keegan-Michael-
only plot that these games ever have.
And
Except for,
Keegan
like,
Michael
Sunshine
Key is
and
gonna be
Reality.
like, and Keegan Michael Key is gonna be like,
Yo.
"Yo, Chris, the princess is in another castle. Can I tag along?" And then Keegan Michael Key is gonna be there.
Keegan Michael Key's
Yeah, they're gonna go into a castle.
Keegan Michael Key's
They're
gonna
gonna
be
kill
like
Bowser, and then it's not the real Bowser.
Keegan Michael Key's gonna be
Like-
like, we look to you, Mario, when times are bad, Mario.
For anyone that doesn't know, that is a
Mario.
prom. That is a reference to The Prom, a musical movie. It's
The
on
Prom.
Netflix. It's really good. You
It's
should
really
watch it.
good. I watched
That's
that
a
with
topic
Michael
for
and
another
Brannick.
video, though.
Exactly. Who's playing Yoshi?
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Is Yoshi in the movie? What are
I
the
think-
humane like aspects of giving Yoshi a human voice, and then Mario just rides him and then jumps off a cliff when like
And drops
he doesn't make
Yoshi.
a jump correctly?
Guys, I think
Drops
like
Yoshi. Mario
they've-
was Yoshi's double jump, and then he got a personality.
Thing is,
What?
in the video games, Yoshi doesn't talk anyway, so like they probably just won't have him talk in the movies.
Yeah,
he makes
he
the
could-
weirdest sounds in Super Mario World, and then like they
Oh.
made Yoshi for the rest of the games.
or
he
Yoshi
sounds
will just
like
be like a character that they see one time, and then they'll be like, "Hi, Yoshi," and Yoshi will just like die, and then they'll be like,
What
"Oh
if-
no, Yoshi."
What if
And then
Yoshi has like a
will
very
make
like
his
gravelly
Super Mario
voice?
World
Yeah.
sound.
Yoshi's all, "Hey guys, it's me, Yoshi."
There goes
I'm here.
Yoshi.
so I have a question.
Yoshi.
No.
Yoshi. He smoked
so-
too much, but then hit puberty.
But
Yoshi.
I'm very interested to see the way that this movie is gonna be animated. I feel like it's gonna like I'm hoping it's gonna do its own thing and not just be like every other animated movie. I hope they try to do something different because it's Mario. Also, I feel like the only reason why that Chris Pratt, wow, I'm tired, and Jack Black are actually in this movie. I think most of the reason is just to put them on the poster. Be like,
Yeah,
these
this-
two actors who are well known are in this movie. Come watch it. I think
Yeah,
that's
this
part of the
entire
reason why
movie is
they're in
just-
this movie.
Oh, this
it's the
just to
cash
make more-
grab.
Yeah, this entire
Yeah.
movie is just a big
They-
cash grab, and they're just adding big actors to make more money. But yeah, I really think it's just gonna be one big cash grab. It's not gonna be anything fun.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it could be. I think the animation is going to be good. I will say that because, like,
They have
Oh,
to
I
make
hope
it
it
good. I
like,
hope to God it is.
I mean, like, I don't think that's going to be an issue though. Because, like, I will say, like, Despicable Me, take it or leave it. The animation is good though.
It's true.
Like,
I mean,
Illuminati-
wait. Why are you roasting Despicable Me? That is a masterpiece of a
Bro.
movie.
I'm not. I'm
I
not.
do not like.
I'm not
Illumination
commenting.
character
I'm not
designs.
commenting on how good the movie is. I'm saying
No,
the
Illumination
animation
is
is good.
Illumination is garbage.
And they made
Despicable
Me.
Me.
Dude, like the
No.
backgrounds are nice.
Did you just say the bathrooms are nice?
I don't know the character models, the backgrounds, but like the
Oh.
character models, I don't know. There's something weird about them. Like I don't know. I hope they just stick to
awful.
like there's like a stigma against like the bland generic Mario design because like Nintendo did that for like a decade and then didn't do anything original until Odyssey. But
I
like
hope
for the movie, I really think they should just go with like the default like Mario look.
I hope they don't like they don't do like
better.
they just have Gru but like with a Mario costume.
That'd be funny. Everyone has to be a character from the Despicable Me franchise, but they all have to be in their respective costumes. So like Toad got to be El Macho, like the big wrestler guy from the second movie, but he got to be in like a tiny little Toad costume that's like slightly too small for him.
What if the movie
with El Macho?
What if the movie or what if like Chris Pratt doing a Mario voice attempting to do a Steve Carell as Gru voice? So it's like he's trying to be Mario and Mario is trying to be Gru.
And Gru is trying to be Steve Carell.
No. Well, it's Mario trying to be Steve Carell, and Steve Carell is being Gru. And Drew.
And Gru is
Gru's twin brother from the third movie.
Also played by Steve Carell.
Right? Yeah, because it's the same voice.
It's the same voice.
No, the other one is like different. I think it's like slightly higher pitched.
Brayden, you've been awfully
of Despicable Me.
Brayden, you've been awfully quiet. Please explain Despicable Me to us.
Brayden has just been considering Despicable Me.
No, I haven't.
Brayden has been considering the possibility of
just
Chris Pratt doing a Mario voice.
I've been absorbing everything that's happening.
Brayden, how would you feel if they made James Bond, but it's just with the Despicable Me characters?
What if Steve Carell played James Bond and he did the Gru voice?
Also, wait, can we take a moment to appreciate, for some reason when you said Steve Carell, it immediately made me think of Will Arnett. And I was having this conversation with this guy the other day, and it's a slightly different topic, but I don't know why Will Arnett and Steve Carell kind of just like are the same person to me. But I was having this topic the other day, and why is Will Arnett like the perfect Batman?
I don't know.
He really isn't.
Yeah, he is. Have you seen the Lego Batman movie?
That's the Lego Batman movie. It's not.
The Lego Batman.
You can't judge it.
That came out that
year. You can't judge that movie because it's one Batman movie.
No, it is the best Batman movie.
That movie is
Batman movie is a good movie.
That is a really.
I'm not saying it's not a good movie.
That is one of the funniest comedies I've seen in a long time.
It is funny.
It is such a good movie.
But I'm saying how he stacks up against other actors like Christian Bale and Michael Keaton.
Okay.
I wouldn't say he's the best Batman.
Okay.
That movie is one of the reasons why you're not allowed to say that like a movie can be bad because it's a kid's movie.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you. Oh my God.
It's such a good movie.
Like that movie and all Pixar movies are like
against Michael
reasons
Keaton,
why kid movies are good.
Against Christian Bale, Will Arnett wins.
Especially Cars. Especially Cars 2, the spy one.
The spy one.
What if they did James Bond?
James Bond? Cars 2.
Later.
Brad got mad about that.
No. It's funny that you say that. It's funny that you say that because the main spy car in that movie,
tow truck.
The sports car guy. That is the Bond car. He's an Aston Martin.
What I'm hearing is that James Bond ripped off Cars 2.
I'm hearing
this. Let's move on.
Stop. No.
All right, next topic.
Reference to Bond. It's a reference to Bond because that car is the Bond car.
No.
Or Bond
stole that car.
The whole
Cars 2. Oh my God.
The whole Bond series, all 25 movies, are just a big reference to Cars 2.
Hey, don't slide against
Let's
Bond.
move on.
Don't slide against
Bond. They made Bond
right?
a British character, so it didn't look like a ripoff of Larry the Cable Guy's beautiful country twang of an accent.
Okay, well, let's move on.
Wait, does Larry the Cable Guy play Mater?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
These are not lies.
All right, let's move on
These
to
are
Do you know that
another
Owen?
topic.
Do you know
truths.
that Owen Wilson played Lightning McQueen? You know the
Yes.
wow
Wow.
guy.
Wait, as in
Wow.
as in Owen Wilson from like Loki?
Wow.
No.
Who's the guy
Is
from Loki?
Owen Wilson from Cars.
Wait,
and from Marley and Me.
wait, give me a sec. Who's the guy in Loki I'm thinking of?
The dog's dead. Wow.
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 It is Owen Wilson, you sussy backers!
Bro, I don't know. I
Wow.
haven't seen Loki, so he could be in
Either.
it.
I really could
Look,
care
Wow.
less about Marvel
Loki
at the moment.
cast.
I don't care. I
Owen
Why is
really
it-
don't
Wilson,
care.
right there.
I
really
believe
don't.
you. I'm not arguing.
That's Owen Wilson from Cars. From the
Wow.
famous movie franchise Cars.
We should
You're
record
right,
a podcast.
it is
James
Owen
Bond.
Wilson from Cars.
We should record a
And Marley and
podcast
Me.
episode where it's just all of us doing the Owen Wilson wow for
Wow.
a good
Okay.
hour.
But let's talk about another topic that it's interesting. That
No.
We've
is
already,
movies versus games in terms of the storytelling thing.
Okay,
media. I don't know.
I have
Media.
okay, so here's my input on this. It depends, but it depends. If they make it, they have to do a video game well in order for it to be good. But if they're both at their best, in my opinion, and you may be able to dissuade me from this, but if they're both at their best, video games are better. But if they're both kind of at their medium, movies are better. And medium and below, video games have to be good in order to do it well. But if they're good, they do it 1,000 times better because it's an interactive experience. And studies show, like, taking notes, it interacting with something like makes your brain remember it better. So like it'll like scientifically it'll be more memorable if it's a video game.
That completely depends on like what the movie or video game is, because like you can't compare friggin' like what are two games?
Ratatouille and
No.
rat tattooing.
No. You can't compare like
Minecraft and Battlefront.
no, you can't. Like I was gonna say, like you can't compare like Minecraft to like James Bond because those are two completely different stories. So it's like
Right.
if you take like the best video game in the world and the best movie in the world, there is no way to compare them unless it's like a movie based on the video game or a video game based on the movie.
That's true.
Like most games like have like a story, but a lot of the times the story is just supposed to be a set of events to surround the gameplay, while a movie's like sets out to tell a story. Some video games do. There are like video games that are dedicated to telling a story, but a lot of times, like, I'm going to use the example of Mario because I'm basic, but like Super Mario Sunshine, the story of that game is that Mario gets framed for vandalism and then he has to clean up an island. But the gameplay doesn't really look like that because you're jumping around and just kind of spraying a water gun. So like, there's a story, but like the gameplay is really what's there.
So I'm
Does
gonna
that make sense?
give my two cents. So I'm not a gamer. I'm a movie lover, judging from all of this crap behind me. But I will say this, and I will take the example of GoldenEye for the Nintendo 64, which I reference in my Bond ranking. That game, I've seen a lot of stuff about, and Bond fans love that game. And why they love it is that it takes the film GoldenEye, one of the crowning jewels of the Bond series, and it fills in gaps. Like, it goes on like the basic story for the movie, but like in between like time jumps, like from the opening of the movie to like present day, there's like a 9-year gap. So it fills in those 9 years in between, like what other missions was Bond up to, and it fills in all those gaps. And I feel like that's what games should try to do, not all of the time, but when it's necessary, like that movie. When you watch the movie, you don't really notice it, but I think it's cool that the makers of that game just went ahead and did their own thing with like filling in gaps with what Bond was doing at that time. It's a really cool thing. if you have that knowledge of that game, but there are the alternate times where games completely just do not do anything new, and it's just
Yeah.
the plot of the movie in game form,
And
which
like,
is just,
oh, sorry, Mike Braden.
I think it's just not good. I think games should do their own thing while keeping that feel of the movie still there.
And
Well, I
That's
think
my
that-
2 cents.
Brennick, what you were saying about like some games like have a story and it's like it's mainly evolved around the gameplay. Like you can't compare Guitar Hero and Bohemian Rhapsody. Of course, Guitar Hero is gonna win.
Yeah, any day of the week.
But like, I don't know. I think so. Braden, was it what everything that you just said? Was that about like video game adaptations of movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I
Okay, because
feel
I was
like
gonna say like,
yeah.
that doesn't like, because I was thinking that's just like you were just like talking about like GoldenEye and all that, and but then you said that it needs to like fill in the gaps from movies, kind of, and I
Not
was
always.
like, yeah, not always, but I was thinking, but like I thought you were just talking about video games in general. And I was like, well, I mean that doesn't really make much sense, especially when it's not like about a movie.
Well,
But
Yeah,
I'm making that argument for those of who are watching who are game adaptations of movies. I feel like that's like a prime example of like when it was done right, and when it didn't anything about the movie, it just did its own thing while keeping that feel of the movie. It did it perfectly, I feel like, and that I think that's why people.
Braden, do you recommend I watch the Bond movies because I haven't seen them and I feel like I would like them?
Yeah, I feel like all of you guys would if you like that genre, like spy action adventure. Some of them are more actiony, some of them are more like thriller, like suspense. But yeah, I
I
recommend
will
them.
say though, one thing I think video game adaptations of movies are better than movie adaptations of video games
Yes,
because like
yes.
with movie adaptations, so with video game adaptations and movies, you like take the movie and you're able to like expand it and then like let the player become like part of the movie versus like when you take the movie adaptations of video games, you're taking like the player out of the game and then like cutting it down to like a 1 hour like experience.
Has
So
anyone
like
here seen the
Exactly.
Has anyone here seen the Mortal Kombat movie?
I have not.
no.
Exactly.
Cool.
I
I
mean,
guess
like
that's a good point.
a prime example of a movie adapting a game is Resident Evil, and that series went all the way into no man's land. It feels like I've seen the first one. I've tried to sit through some of them. They're the most boring, bland, over the top pieces of crap I've ever seen. I liked the first one, but it was just so stupid, and it suffered from early 2000s special effects, and it was just, I don't, ugh.
But
I
going,
watched it
Wait,
once.
are you dissing Shark Boy and Lava Girl special effects? Because in my opinion, that is the best movie of all time besides Storm of the North.
oh, cool.
Oh yeah, but Finn,
But
earlier
yeah.
you mentioned the Mortal Kombat movie, and I think that's an interesting point because with that game specifically, it's like I feel like that's one of the games that like you can't. I feel like there are a couple games that you could turn into movies, and those are like platformers and fighter games.
Like
Because,
Overwatch.
well, no, in Overwatch I don't think necessarily. I'm thinking like the platformer games like Mario and all that, and then
Oh yeah, sorry.
fighting
I don't know why I was like Overwatch.
and then like fighting games like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Injustice, like all those types of
Yeah,
games, because the gameplay there is already so like it's just like from platformers just running from one side of the screen to the other, and in fighting games it's just like two characters on a screen fighting each other. So that is really something that like you can take and expand upon to like make a good movie out of that.
Right.
yeah.
But then there are other games like I don't think you could really take like you couldn't take any like open world game because then you got to like take out the whole open world aspect and like cut out all the
Like Minecraft, my
You know what
yeah
I'm
then
kidding.
you got to cut out
Kidding.
like all of the choices that you can make throughout the game and
You
then
know what
like
I'm
cut it
so
down into
excited
one
for?
story that you got to follow.
Yeah,
When
but
you
like
said open world
going back
game,
to
oh sorry. When you said open world game, it immediately made me think of Elder Ring. Is that what it's called? The open world,
Elder's Ring or something. Wrong.
yeah, the open world Dark Souls game. Oh, I'm super excited. Continuing on though.
But with game adaptations of movies, going back to that, I think there's a lot of potential there for not direct game adaptations of movies, but video games that come out of a certain like series. And I'm going to use the example of Star Wars games because a lot of them feature their own stories that tie into the movies, but they branch off and do their own thing.
Ooh, like the
I'm
Vader
going to
Immortal
use the
series.
example of
Sorry.
I'm going to use the example of Republic Commando, which, first of all, that's an excellent game. I highly recommend it. But you play as the leader of a squad of clone commandos, and that is a story that hasn't been told in Star Wars yet. But I'm going to spoil the ending because it's not really even an ending. But the ending shows them going to the Battle of Kashyyyk, and then I was like, yes, Battle of Kashyyyk, and then freaking credits roll. But
then,
that's kind of how it ties into the greater story overall, and doesn't necessarily need to be a direct like retelling of a movie story. I don't know how when games
tying into Brannick, the Vader Immortal series, you playing as like a space person.
What are you? You're like a prodigy of Vader, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's something like, or maybe you're fighting against Vader. I don't really know.
You are. So you're just like a guy that's just like flying around one day, and then suddenly like wham, you're on what's Vader's where Vader's castle is? What's that?
Death Star Castle.
Mustafar. It's on
Mustafar.
Mustafar.
So you suddenly are like on Mustafar and you're held captive, and you have to like, it's a VR game, so it makes it even more immersive. But you gotta escape Mustafar, and it basically ends with you having like an ultimate battle with Vader, and then like you like leave. But like it shows different elements of like Vader's life, and like I haven't seen Star Wars, and you guys got very mad at me about that. But his like dead lover or something. What's her name?
Padme.
It like shows, it's like the story of him trying to like bring back Padme from the dead, and you have to like stop him from that, because if he does that, it'll like destroy Mustafar or whatever. And it has like a side story from the movies. And it kind of like fills in like a gap of Vader's life that you don't know about in the movies, and it's a really good game. I recommend it.
And plus,
that's
in terms
cool.
of like game adaptations of movies, and going back to what I said about GoldenEye, because I think that's like a prime example, or one of the prime examples. It does go on like the basic plot of the movie, but in terms of like, especially like the opening of the movie is great, but in the game it shows like what other stuff that he probably did in that opening, and there's so many other like tasks you can do. And I think games, they bring that thing about the movie, but they also allow you to do so much more, but still feel like you're in the world of the movie. And I feel like that's what, it's perfect, man. I love it.
That's another good point. It's like with GoldenEye and then the Star Wars games, it's like with the video games, they take like the world of the movie, and then with those though, you can like make a new story. Where I feel like though, with movie adaptations of video games, you can't really do that. Where like, because the Mario movie, not the one that we were just talking about, the live action one from the 90s, it tried to do that. Where like it took kind of like the world from Mario, but then kind of, I mean, it was live action, so it didn't really look like it. But they tried taking like the characters and sort of the world, and then they tried creating a new story with it, and it just like didn't work. So like that also makes, and then kind of going back to the upcoming Mario movie, that makes me a little worried, because like I don't think you can stray too far from the plot of the video games. But the thing is, there isn't really a plot for Mario.
Yeah.
Like there is, but there's not like a strong plot that you can like make a movie out of.
Exactly.
I'm so scared for the Mario movies, or for the new Mario movie. It's gonna be a rough time. We should all see it in the theaters together.
Yeah.
That's a
I'm
good
already
idea.
watching it like 4
And plus,
times.
all
theaters.
I'm gonna bring like a notebook and a pencil, and I'm gonna be like writing down notes during
we all gotta
it.
I'm
going to
together.
wear a Luigi hat.
I'll bring like a laptop, turn the brightness all the way up, and anytime anything bad happens, I'll just go ugh, and then write something down very loudly.
I'll just be like playing Snake with like the volume at full blast.
I will
play like
job.
I will be watching Norm of the North at full volume, but I will be projecting it over the loudspeaker so that you can't hear Mario. You can just see what's happening to the soundtrack of Norm of the North.
You gotta
Oh my God.
pull up like a crappy Mario ripoff like Flash game and play that on full brightness in the theater.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Like whenever Mario's just like, we got to go save the princess, I'll just say like, this should be good.
Holy crap.
We're so invested.
And I
we're
like type
so
something down.
Jack Black like breathes fire as Bowser, and we're like, oh!
Ah,
I'm scared.
We're just screaming in the movie theater. This will be a fun time. 2022, the four of us.
The four of us in a movie
We're
theater,
gonna ruin
baby.
the movie theater.
We're gonna
Heck
ruin
yeah.
the time for everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, we kind of talked about how movies and games in terms of storytelling are directly linked, but another aspect of it, of just a way to tell a story, is just how a video game approaches telling a story in itself differently than a movie does. I think a great example is horror films versus horror games, where it's like a horror film can use a lot of different cinematography to make something scarier, like by say not showing something in the frame and then showing it at the perfect moment to scare the audience. And then a horror game can be so much more immersive because you're controlling the character, but also it doesn't really, you can't really utilize that particular tactic. They can go about doing the same thing in different ways. And there's different pros and cons for both.
A prime example of that
aspects.
is the movie Has anybody seen Blair Witch Project?
no.
I haven't
But it's
seen
the Blair Witch
I
Project.
have to watch
Yeah, I haven't
that.
seen it, but like I know what it's about.
So, anyways, my one of my dad's really good buddies was one of the three guys that made it. Fun story. They said if the movie does well, guys, they were roommates at the time. They said if the movie does well, the only thing we're gonna do is buy a foosball table for the apartment, and that's what they did.
Good work.
But that also is a video game. And the video game follows the same premise,
Really?
but it's not. For all those of you guys that don't know, the movie follows like I think it's like 3 or 4 kids that just kind of like for like a college project, or it might be a high school project.
It's a very well-known plot.
But they, for anybody that doesn't know, they go like looking in the woods for like the Blair Witch, and it's like recovered video clips that they've done or that they've taken, and it's like scary. And the game is this cop looking for a kid who went looking for the Blair Witch, like a 10-year-old, and he finds different video clips that he's taken. And in the movie, what actually happened is the guy who made it, my dad's friend, was a Green Beret, so he would like sneak out to like the tents at night and like shake their tents.
I heard about that. That's like a big thing, like behind the scenes thing.
Oh. So I know it's kind of off topic, but it's in my brain right now. So back in the day, especially for Blair Witch Project, there was these things. It was like promotional stuff, and along with all like the posters and the trailers and stuff, and people were like were like excited about this movie. It was poised as true.
Yeah,
and everyone
what actually
let me please tell this.
Brain
all right,
wants to say it, okay?
It was poised as true, and people were like, "Holy crap! This movie's real, man!" And the filmmakers went so far as to make the actors like go off the grid like completely. Like it's like they disappeared. They made it look so real as they actually died.
Yeah.
And the filmmakers kept saying, no, they're actually dead. And there was like missing posters. And I think that's cool because that shows how invested these people were in their movie. But I think it's really
it was a new thing at the time. They were just like, how do we get people to see it? They were like, this actually happened. And that's why there was like the plan from the beginning. That's why they did like the like recovered video clips instead of like just showing them
footage. It's called
it's like found footage.
Found footage.
Because instead of like doing like instead of like it being like them with like better cinematography, it was like bad cinematography to make it look like it was just these
It was
kids.
shot on like a camcorder, I think. So yeah.
The movie cost 50 grand that they just kind of like scrapped together.
Dang.
Wow.
It made $250,000 just in the box office.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Or
kind of
Wow.
low.
$250 million. Sorry.
Okay, good. I was like,
That's
that's
what I
kind of
thought you
made.
meant.
Yeah,
I was
I was
gonna
like,
say like
that's it.
250,000 isn't that much for like a movie.
Yeah, but
No.
their main thing was they just told everyone it was true and it worked. But getting back to the video game thing, so
Sorry.
it's like it's fine, but it's like the cop is going look for it, and in the video game, in the movie, like he would shake the trees, but there weren't that many jump scares. But in the video game, it's a virtual reality game, so like if you turn around at different points, like in real life, it's so immersive that you'll like get jumped, like jump scared and like tackled to the ground because of how scared you are. But like obviously in theaters they can do a lot of things like with like cameras and stuff, but like in video games they can do those things. It just has to be like, it has to be different. Like sometimes one thing that it doesn't happen too often, but every now and then in video games there will be a rare instance where like they'll like turn off controls for a few seconds and just like kind of like not a cutscene, but like because you can do like only certain actions, whereas usually you could like run around and stuff. Like it'll only allow you to do certain things, and like that is so much more. So that's also super effective, where like you can only move forward in one direction and it doesn't let you turn sideways. That is so scary. It's terrifying because you don't know what's gonna like pop out from behind you in video games.
That's kind of like the philosophy of like a horror game versus a movie. It's like the horror movie uses like clever effects, lighting, cinematography to scare you, but the horror game relies on just that sense of immersion, really.
And this is
Different.
This is kind of related, but like in my opinion, horror books are like 10 times scarier than horror movies, because horror books like allow you to like use your own fears to and they kind of draw on that, whereas horror movies you have one specific thing that can scare you, and it is Pennywise the dancing clown. But in horror books, it could be like, because Pennywise can transform into whatever, but like in the book of it could just be whatever your biggest fear is, and it can like take control of you, and it's more of a psychology thing, and it's horrifying.
I feel like if to make a movie scary to me, or like really like effective and creepy, is the way it's shot, because I've seen a lot of scary movies in my time so far in my life, and I can tell when they're trying too hard, but I love subtlety. Like subtlety is so scary to me when something is like just there, but it's so subtle that you don't notice it. I think that's like the most creepiest stuff is the way it's shot.
Yeah.
I think that's a good point to kind of end it off on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Do we have
Some
any
trivia answers?
yeah, it's
Miller
time to get to
Fillmore,
those
calling it.
trivia answers. And normally you guys would be answering along with, like normally I'm talking to like them, like the people on Brannick, Finn, and Brayden. Like normally they would answer along with you commenters. But this time I think I'm just gonna have to read them off because they already know the answers. Because,
wait, okay, I knew the answer last time too, so can I say the first one?
Daredevil had kidney stones.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
the
he
first
did.
question, Daredevil is
A bladder control problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
Daredevil is a
UTI.
superhero with what physical challenge? And the
Finn,
answer
I know this
is
one. Oh, I know this
Finn.
one. He is blind and is a lawyer, which I mean, being
That's not really a physical challenge, but
Oh.
yeah, the answer is
Oh
that
my
he is
God.
blind.
I
The second
diagnosed you with
question-
lawyer.
The second question, who killed Batman's parents, Thomas and Martha Wayne?
A gun.
Timothy
The-
Chalamet.
The answer is Joe Chill.
Timothy Chalamet.
And then,
Chill.
yeah, Joe
Chill.
Chill. That's his name. I didn't make it up.
Chill, dude.
Chill,
Chill.
Joe. Do you think when they were about to die, they were like, "Whoa, Joe, chill out, bang"?
Joe.
I'm going to guess that they didn't know his name because that would be,
No, he
hey.
was like, "Hi, I'm Joe. Joe, chill out, bang."
Joe.
And then
Put down the
Jesus.
super soaker.
Like down the super soaker.
And the last question is, which villain was elected president of the United States?
Taylor
The
Phillips.
answer to that is Lex Luthor.
Timothy Chalamet.
Oh, who
And
would have seen
those-
this coming?
I bet you guys, because
Yeah,
you already knew the answers.
I got all
Yes, we
3
did.
right.
Yes, we
But
did.
anyways, next we have the Movie Fanatics update. And I think we have some good ones this time. So Brannick and Braden, take it away.
Hey, Brannick, start.
Thanks. Movie Fanatics update. Trying to think if anything big has happened. Oh, Braden made a video about dog soldiers, which you should watch.
He
All
did
right, Braden,
do
take it
that.
away.
Well, the big thing is we hit 100 subscribers.
We hit 100
Yeah.
subscribers.
Yes!
Yeah.
Wow,
That is
yeah.
3 digits.
Free.
But
Very happy.
update, I already updated you guys. A review of No Time to Die coming out Sunday, which we're filming this on a Saturday. Other than that, no. October reviews until Halloween, and then it's Brannick because Brannick has something special. But other than that, no. Nothing else new.
James,
So, yeah,
there's not enough slots in your schedule. You can't die. There's not enough
Thank you for
time.
100. That makes me very. You've made me.
And
very
remember, if you guys get to 300 by the end of the year, Norm of the North won. If you get to 1,000, all 4 Norm of the North movies
I'll
reviewed
buy them all
by
on
the
the
forum.
train.
And if you
Reviewed
get
by the
5,000, we'll
forum
make
hosts.
Norm of the South.
happy. Yes.
Is
If
it
you
gonna be
hit-
set in like Australia or something? I am Norm of the South.
No,
Oh.
He'll be set in Florida.
we fly to Florida, right? And then we
Another
get
shrimp on the barbie.
I was born in the South.
So
Florida
yeah, if you
man-
guys get to
Florida
if you
man
guys get to
arrested-
5,000, then that's what'll happen.
Florida man
Born and
arrested for
raised.
parading as Norm of the North on a public beach.
Born and
Well-
raised in Alabama City, Missouri.
Anyways, Finnegan, why don't you wrap it up for us?
I think this was a very eventful episode today. I'm really happy that you guys tuned in. Hope you tune in. I hope you tune in. Whenever we do the next podcast, depends on people's schedule. It'll be within the next couple weeks. I hope you watch all of our videos, and thank you again for 100 subscribers.
Thanks.
With that,
Thank you.
this is Finn
Thank you.
signing off.
Bye.
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 Bye.